So what are the biggest business lessons that you've had along this journey?
I think as an entrepreneur and within who we are in our DNA at Poppi of being this like really scrappy, chaotic, fast growing, nobody knows what the future is. I've seen a lot of people come into Poppi and can't handle that situation. And those that can are high performers, okay with chaos. And so that's been a really interesting lesson for anyone coming into Poppi to learn is like, this is rare air. Nobody in their career has ever dealt with anything that's happening right now. So learning through that and that changes is okay. And then for me on the other end, that I don't know anything, this is all I know, right? This chaos, and I love it. And I'm like thriving of like, oh, Allison, you should maybe like put some process in place and trust these people around you and learn as an entrepreneur how to get your ego in check and do a lot of like leadership growth within me. So it's an interesting dynamic to watch.
And what about mindset for you in terms of just what this has taught you about, maybe it is persistence or resourcefulness. There are certain qualities or attributes that really stand out in terms of what it takes to succeed. And you're creating history here, which is so cool.
Yeah. So we always talk about culture. Culture is a really big thing at Poppi, and I lead our culture of every interview. Everyone has to go through like a culture assessment to make sure they're a fit, because that's honestly more important than what your resume looks like, that you're part of the culture and that it's important. So like one of them is one of our culture pillars is like we keep it real. So like I'm a very real, authentic, like open book, and I don't have time for like gossiping or talking behind people's backs. Like we're here, it's like community. We're doing this together. So can you take feedback and keep it real and move on and not get your feelings hurt, right? I'm never malicious, but it's like one of those things. And a lot of people are like, well, what does that mean? You can tell they get flustered. I'm like, okay, maybe you're not a good fit. Or like we're creative, right, is another pillar. So you have to be disruptive. You have to think creatively. And some people might say, oh, marketing, sure, creative, sure. But we went viral last year in April and we sold out everywhere. And our ops department had to get really creative on how to get us back on shelf really freaking quick. So I always say like you can be really creative and then it's like important to do it all together. So I think, leaning into the culture is really important and making sure that we have the right people at the right place at the right time and all that good stuff.